In Pawnee County, they have been writing the story of Cleveland for close to a century, but tonight the Cleveland American newspaper is the news. This week, the roof collapsed into the paper's historic building. But as News on 6 reporter Tess Monty shows us, the setback hasn't stopped presses at the paper.
The print shop inside the Cleveland American building is almost unrecognizable.
Everything that was above is now below. You can see the ductwork.
Rusty Ferguson walked into this mess Sunday and noticed an out-of-the-ordinary draft.
I thought, that's weird. Where's that wind coming from? And so I found where the wind was coming from. The roof was not on the building.
When the roof crashed in, standing water fell down with it, nearly wiping out the newspaper's precious archive collection, every edition ever printed since the early 1900s.
It may not be valuable monetarily, but it's just valuable history.
The paper has been in the Ferguson family since 1931. Rusty's grandfather ran it for years before passing the business down to Rusty's dad, Larry, who eventually handed the reins over to Rusty.
We've come a long ways from the way it was back then.
Small-town newspapers have always been the heartbeat of communities like Cleveland, but with social media booming and advertisement deals dwindling, times are tight. What hasn't changed, though, Rusty says, is readership.
Those readers are our heartbeats. We need them to read, so it's definitely a two-way street.
Which is why Rusty made deadline this week, despite a setback that may have stopped many others. He's temporarily moved the operation to another newspaper building he owns in the next town over, Cleveland's rival, Hominy.
My first posting was on Facebook, we'll try not to use purple ink, a silly joke, but just making reference to that rivalry.
All jokes aside, Rusty's passion for printing papers won't ever cave.
We're not going anywhere, no, heavens no.
Engineers aren't sure what caused the roof to cave just yet, but the American does have insurance, although Rusty is not sure exactly right now how much will be covered. Tess Monty, News on 6.